We were talking over our ice creams, and I found out his life was kinda messed up. Even though he didn't say much, I could tell. My sister's so nice, but she's scared, Nathan said. Colin scared of? I asked. He replied, I can't tell you. Seriously, though? I asked. He replied, yeah, Colin okay, but I'd love to meet her, I said. As my? He asked. I replied, friend, of course. What else? He replied, on. I thought it'd be something beyond that. Dream hard, I said. Laughing friend works too, he said. Colin. So when am I meeting her and the rest of your family? I asked. He replied, soon enough. Ima's health condition was improving, even though she was still in her deep sleep. Old age started hitting my grandmom, so she was admitted in the hospital. Vanessa was buried alongside her dad, and the whole school officially deemed me a witch. But as usual, I didn't care. Even Nathan's friends warned him to stay away from me, but he didn't, or should I say he couldn't. But like I said earlier, our friendship wasn't meant to last. We were only friends for a week when Nathan's house. Outside his house. Look, I must warn you about my sister. She gets jumpy and scared around people, especially young ladies, Nathan said. I replied, don't worry, it'll be fine. After all, she agreed to meet me. He replied, about that. The only reason she agreed to was 'cause I said you were my Colin, your what? I asked. He replied, looking the other way. My girlfriend. Seriously, dude? I said. He replied, hey, it's all your fault. You insisted on seeing her. Whatever. Let's just go in, I said. We got in, and I got seated while he went to call his sister. I looked around the sitting room in search of a family photo, but I didn't find any. Voice. From behind. Hi, I'm Linda. I turned to see the bearer of the voice. My thoughts. What the... I couldn't believe I was looking Linda in the face, the same Linda that murdered my family, trying to hide my shock. Hi, I'm Eno, I said. I didn't want to give her an idea of who I was, since she obviously couldn't recognize me. Colin? So that's your tribal name? Nathan asked. I replied, yeah. We shook hands. Your palm is hot. Are you all right? Linda asked. I replied, yeah, I'm fine. We sat down, and I took a closer look at her. I could see how stressed, scared, and unstable she was, and I just wondered if I was the cause. Then Linda said to Nathan, she's such a beautiful young lady. Nathan replied, lovingly, I know, right. She looks very familiar, though, Linda said. Speaking suddenly, I don't think we've met before. Look at the time, I have to go, I said. So soon? They both asked. I replied, yeah, I have to go to the hospital to see my cousin, Colin. Okay, it was nice meeting you, Linda said. Same here, I said. I walked out immediately and Nathan followed. Colin. Hey, what happened? Nathan asked. Nothing. I thought I was going to meet your entire family, I said. He replied, well, you just did. Linda's the only family I have left. Colin, and you never told me? I said. He replied, did you give me a chance to? I replied, what happened to your family? He, they were killed by a crazy young lady. Colin, and why is your sister the way she is? I asked. He replied, she's scared that that crazy young lady will come after her. My thoughts, of course I will. Colin, that's messed up. Well, I gotta go, I said. Colin, okay, my regards to Ima, he said. I turned to leave, but then he pulled me back and looked me straight in the eyes. I played along, and when our lips were about to touch, I ran off laughing. I drove straight home. Me, after all these years, you finally came to me, laughing. It's finally time to end this. Sorry, Nate. This is goodbye. I knew what I had to do, and Nathan was going to be a huge bother if he was still in the picture, so I blocked him out. I totally avoided him everywhere. At the hospital, school, he even traced me down to my house, but he wasn't let in. Originally, I would feel bad, but right about then, I didn't care, 'cause I had to take care of stuff. Not leaving the fact that he was on my agenda too. But my agenda had an error when... at school. Eunice, please tell me where Rose is and why she's avoiding me. Did I do anything wrong to her? If I did, please tell her I'm sorry, and, Nathan said. Eunice replied, interrupting, Guy, slow down. Look, Rose isn't avoiding you. She's just scarce. He replied, That's a lie. I followed her to her house, but when I got there, the gateman lied and said she wasn't in. Please tell her to forgive me. Guy. You know you're just a friend to her, right? Eunice asked. Nathan replied, I know, but I really like her. Colin and I really know her. You want her to take away the friendship? Eunice said. Colin. No, Nathan replied. Colin, then stop this your craze, cause the Rose I know will think you're abusing the privilege and just cut all ties with you, Eunice said. He replied, Okay, I've heard you, but please just ask her what I did wrong. Colin, okay, sir, Eunice replied. He left and I arrived minutes later. Colin, hi bay, Eunice said. Colin, hi, how are you? I asked. Stjay replied, I'm fine, and you? I replied, I'm good. What you reading for? She replied, Mr. Okoro's test. Colin, okay, I said. Colin, you've read, right? She asked. I replied, Yeah, let me leave you to read. I'm going out to test some new beats before Mr. Okoro gets here. I was about to leave, Eunice said, Rose, wait. What's going on between you and Nathan? I replied, Nothing. Why? She replied, I noticed you've been avoiding him. Colin, I simply don't have time for him. Been too busy, I said. That's a lie. Okay, if you say you're busy, what's keeping you occupied? Eunice asked. I replied, Girl, do you know I have a very important job to do, jokingly. Who's going to breathe all this oxygen for me? She replied, laughing, You're not serious. Colin, you see, very busy, I said. But you have time to create new beats, Eunice said. I replied, Hey, music is my life, music is me, and ain't nothing can change that. Besides, why are you so bothered about Nate and I? She replied, 'Cause he's worried. About? I asked. She replied, You and the space you're giving him. Since when did all that begin? If he doesn't want me to end this friendship, he should know his place, I said. That's what I told him, Eunice said. Whatever, bae, these beats ain't goin' listen to themselves, I said. I left her, and she sent what she had recorded to Nathan on WhatsApp. Chats. If you don't want her to cut ties with you, then respect yourself, Eunice said. Thank you, he said. Since the day I set my eyes on Linda, my beast mode has been activated, but I didn't want to end her once. I wanted to torment her, so each night I snuck into her dreams to frighten her. One night. You thought you could hide forever. Well, guess who found you? I'm coming for you, Linda. I'm coming, I said. She woke up screaming, and Nathan rushed into her room. She's coming! She's coming! Linda said. Colin, who's coming? Nathan asked. She replied, Rose, and she's going to kill me, or worse, she's going to kill us. Rose isn't going to kill us. She's in Brooklyn. Go back to sleep, Nathan said. Colin. No, she's in my dreams with a scary mask on her face saying she's coming, Linda said. Colin, okay. Get up. You're sleeping in my room, Nathan said. Linda replied, I can't sleep. Colin, sure you can, Nathan said. Her. But, shh, let's go, Nathan said. And I kept on going, night after night. My grandmom passed away, and it was a terrible blow on us, especially me, 'cause she was my second mum. Even though we wanted to tell Emma, we couldn't because of her condition. When the funeral was arranged, Nathan attended to my amazement. Seeing him, Thanks for coming, but why? I asked. He replied, To pay respect. Colin. Okay, whatever, I said. I turned to leave, but he held my hand. Colin rose. Why have you been avoiding me? He asked. I replied, Does this look like the right place and time to talk about this? He replied, I replied, I thought so now, if you'd excuse me, I'd like to go stand with the rest of my family. I left him there, and he left. Day after day I'd been avoiding him, and I'd been doing it well until the day he brought me flowers in school. I was coming back from lecture and was headed for the cafeteria when Nathan walked up to me. I tried to dodge him, saying I was busy, but then he brought out a flower with an apology card inside and knelt down. As usual, this drew the attention of students. Embarrassed. Nathan. What are you doing? I asked. He replied, apologizing. I'm very sorry for whatever I might have done to you, Rose. Nathan, stop making a fool of yourself and get up, I said, raising his voice so everyone could hear. I'm not getting up until you forgive me, he said. I replied, well then, have it your way. I walked away, leaving him kneeling there. He was totally embarrassed, and hey, don't blame me 'cause he didn't do anything that needed forgiveness. Colon guy, see as you fooling yourself because of a woman, his friend said. He walked to his car and drove straight to my house, even though I was in school. When I got back home, Adamu came to me with a bouquet and a card, and said, Madam, one guy said I should give you. Me. I collected them and went into the house. I kept looking at them and thinking about Nathan. Colon, poor guy, maybe I'm being too hard on him, I said. Voice, do not forget he's the enemy. Colon, I know he is, but he's also my friend. And friends don't treat another that way, I said. I knew I was the living demon, but I still had feminine feelings, and I let it take over. I called Natan and invited him over for dinner. He came, and to cut a long story short, we had dinner. We both apologized, and I had my first kiss, which totally changed my mindset. I didn't love him, but I didn't want him dead. And this stirred up trouble in the Dark Kingdom. The living demons had a meeting on my behalf. Leader, we can't loose that girl. If she falls in love with him and seeks salvation to be free from the Great Master, then we'll lose her to the man up there pointing up, and the Great Master won't be pleased at all. Demon replied, we can't allow that. Leader, yes, something has to be done and fast. They knew I was getting weak. I also knew that. And I didn't like it 'cause I had a job to be done, and Nathan was getting in the way. I had to push him off, but I couldn't do it on my own. Unknown to me, the demons had a plan on their own. I got a call from one of the managers of my companies saying there was an urgent business deal that required my signature. I flew to Brooklyn to handle it, and I found out that the demons used it to lure me in. There was a business deal, though, but it was all they're doing. In a meeting. Leader, Rose Dennis, you've been showing great weakness that could lead to your destruction and ours as well, so we're going to take your emotions and every feeling whatsoever you have for Nathan so you can do what is expected of you. Yes, Master. I replied I didn't object, 'cause I knew they were right, so I let them take my emotions and fill me up with more hatred. I returned to Nigeria, and this time I didn't avoid him. I gave him worse treatment, like the first time we met. His sight disgusted me, and each time he came close to me I embarrassed him. Talking to myself, don't worry, Nathan, we'll end it all soon. Linda's days on my calendar were numbered, and I was getting ready for her. Driving home from the hospital, I was already in my street when I saw Romeo's car coming in the opposite direction. We both slowed down. Hi, Romeo, I said. He replied, Hey, Rose, what's up, how you doing? I replied, Am good, and you? Am fine, he said. Me, just noticing Caleb and a girl at the back. Hi, Caleb, waved to the girl at the back. He replied, dryly, Hi, pointing to the girl. Rose, this is my sister Andy, Romeo said. Nice to meeting you, I said, smiling. Same here, she said. Been looking out for you to ask you something. Romeo said, What? I asked. Romeo replied, Where's Ima? Been looking for her for a while, but I haven't seen her. Oh, well, she's in the hospital, I replied. Worried look. Is she sick? Romeo asked. I replied, She got shot. All three of them. What? I replied, Yeah, a jerk shot her to get to me. When? Where? Is she okay? Is she alive? Which hospital? Romeo asked. I was kinda shocked with the way he responded. Never knew he liked Ima that much, and it was nice. I replied, She's in Keystone Hospital at... Interrupting. I know where that is. Looking to Andy. Sis, I can't take you anymore. Caleb, please drive her there, Romeo said. Andy replied, No way, I want to see her too, me too, Caleb said. Me. She's in Ward 12. Him. Thanks, and he sped off. Oh, that's so sweet, I said, driving into my house. After cooking, I returned to the hospital where I met Romeo sitting next to Ima. She looks horrible, right? I said. Who did this to her? Where does he live? Romeo asked. I replied, His name is Sheena, and he lives in hell. Romeo replied, You mean... Yup, he's dead, I said. Good, she's so beautiful, he said. I know, right. Did you meet her parent? I asked. He replied, Only her mum. Okay, she can hear, though, I said. What? He asked. I replied, I mean, she can hear us. Oh, okay. Can you please excuse us? I want to tell her something, Romeo said. I replied, sure thing. I knew he was going to tell her of something I could never have, love. I woke up that morning with a wild smile on my face. Today's the day. Watch out, Linda. I had lectures to attend, things to do, but Linda's thought occupied my mind. I walked with a spring in my step, and everyone who saw me might have thought I won a lottery or something. If only they knew I was that happy. 'Cause I was planning to have someone killed, they would have kept a wider distance. After school that day, I headed for the hospital to see Ima, and I bumped into Nathan. What do you want here? I said. He replied, I'm not here for you, I'm here for Ima. Did she request to see you? I asked. He replied, no, she didn't and she can't, but... Then I said, interrupting, good, you've overstayed your welcome and you are no longer wanted here, so leave. Obviously upset. Young lady, this isn't your father's house, you know, he said. How dare you use that tone on me? I said. Look, I don't know what I did to you and I don't care, but you can't keep me from seeing my friend, Nathan said. I replied, go to hell, I said, and walked into the room. He followed, and we totally ignored each other. His hand mistakenly touched mine. Before you start getting angry, it was a mistake, Nathan said. I replied, whatever. I left the hospital. On my way out of the room, I turned to Nathan. Will you stay here with her till her parents returned? I've got something important to do, I said. He replied, sure. I left and headed straight to Nathan's house. I knocked on the door. Shaky voice. Who's there? Linda asked. It's me, Eno. I replied, opening the door. Oh, hi, dear, she said, faking a smile. Hi, I said. Come in, she said. Oh no, I'm in a hurry. Actually, I'm here to pick you up, I said. She replied, huh? I replied, yeah. There's a huge surprise waiting for you. Does Nathan know about it? She asked. I replied, he set it up. Oh, okay. Let me get dressed. She said I got seated while she got dressed into something simple but cool. We got into the car and, facing her, sleep, Linda, sleep, I said. Nathan's POV. I got home and the door was locked from outside for the first time. I opened up with my key and went inside. I went to her room and it was empty. Where could she have gone? Nathan said. Not so far, I guess. I'm sure when I wake up, she'll be back. I ate, slept, and woke up, but she still wasn't back and it was already dark. Just then I noticed a writing on the wall. Touching it. Is this blood? Nathan asked. It read, I've taken her. Me. Jesus. I drove her straight to my house. On my way, I went to a hood where the gangsters of the area hung out. I met them smoking, winding down. Hey guys, can you help me? I asked. They replied, Who the fuck are you? I replied, bringing out a fat wad of cash. Let me rephrase that. I want you to help me. Hailing. Anything you want, they said. I need guys with no conscience, pity, or human sympathy, I said. They replied, Mama, we are here. Nothing moves us. Good, throwing the cash. You guys will get the balance when the job is done, I said. Oh my God, what a huge sum of cash, and there will still be balance, the guy said. Good, now follow me, we have a lot to do before she wakes up, I said. They replied, Nope. They followed behind me on their bikes straight to my crib. Once we got there, the work begun. She was woken up with a bucket of water. What's going on? Eno, what's happening? Linda asked. I replied, Well, Linda, you thought you could hide forever, but I found you, Linda replied, shocked. You sound just like Rose? Ha ha ha. Newsflash, sweetheart. Am Rose Dennis, I said. She replied, Oh, God. She started breathing heavily like she was having a heart attack. Then I said, Hey, look, don't die now, 'cause I've got you cover. Boys. The guys came out. These guys are here to help. I got them specially for you. Look around you. There's no escape. You're chained up, and I've got backup everywhere, I said. She replied, Rose, please, I beg you. I've changed, I swear. Every day I've lived in fear of... Interrupting. Then it's time for you to stop living, I said, crying. Rose, please. I'm appealing to your better nature, Linda said. I replied, laughing. Sweetheart, I ain't got none. Now shut up, I want to talk. You see that big muscular guy over there? He's gonna to electrocute you with those wires. Now look up, you see that tank? It's filled with acid, an acid so strong it can melt your bone. You see, your chair is connected to that tank. The more you shake while being electrocuted, the more the acid drops directly on your head. Rose. Shh, don't worry, it's not gonna pour. It's just gonna drip to make your death slower and more painful. Ain't I awesome? I asked, whispering to another. This girl is harsh. One of the guys said. I know, right, I said. Obviously shocked, I heard them. They remained quiet. Let the torture begin. Oh, and one thing. Nathan's next, I said. She replied, You monster, I thought you love him. I replied, Oh, gross. Why would I love when I can hate? Now, guys, begin. I sat down and laughed. Seeing her in soon much agony made me happy. Me. Drip drop, peety drop, ha ha ha. I got a call from one of the guys I sent to spy on Nathan, and I signaled them to stop. Hello, what's up? I said. Boss, he's at sleep, the guy said. I replied, Okay, I'll send someone to you. Just wait for him. You, pointing to one of them, gimme your machete, and you, pointing to another. Hold out her arm. I need some blood. They did as they were told, and I cut of her hand, put it into a bucket, and sent one of them to take it to the other guy who was to write on the wall in Nathan's house. You, pointing to one of them, open the tap a little more, and board, and you, shock her some more, I said. In less than 5 minutes, the acid had penetrated her skull and made way to her brain. Bye-bye, dearie, I said. Me, release it completely. We all stepped back as the acid was released onto her body. It completely destroyed her beautiful body. Damn, acid's got no respect. Thanks for the help, guys, but there's still one more thing left to do, I said. Nathan's POV. Jesus. Linda, police, I need to tell the police. I opened the door only to see Linda's deformed, lifeless body lying there with a note that read, I've returned what I borrowed. God, why? Nathan cried. Unfortunately for me, that wasn't the only thing the note said. I was too grieved to notice the writing on the other side of the paper. If only I'd seen it. To be continued. Stay tuned. Episode 7. Final episode coming tomorrow. Please leave a like, a subscribe.